All right, so we are to show that these two functions that they are inverse. Okay, so we have two ways of doing it, but we are going to do the first one. So make sure you watch the second method in my second video, how to find the to check if the functions are, if two functions are inverse. Okay, so the first equation for the first method is we have to prove that the function of f, okay, then composites the function of g, it must be equals to x. And we also have to prove that the function of g, which composites the function of f, it must also be x. Okay, so what it means is that these two functions, they must be x. So let's use this. Then in the second method, which will be in our next video, I will also show you how to do it without proving this. But on this video, let's start. So let's do the composite of the function of f. So we said composite, I'll write it from here. I'll say composite of the function of g of x will now be, I'll now write my function, but I will substitute x with the function of the g of x. Okay, so that simply means that I will now write this in brackets. I have square root of x minus 8, okay, then plus 5. We now have squared. I will now put square, so it represents x. Then I'll now say minus 10. So my s here will also be this function. So now be multiplied by square root of 8 minus x, no, plus 5. Plus 5, then I now have plus 33. Plus 33. So that is what this simply means. So this is the composite, the composition of function. So we have to simplify this equation. So we now say square root of x minus 8 plus 5 multiplied by square root of x minus 8 plus 5, because there are two because of the square, minus 10, okay? 10 is going to multiply everything inside this bracket, right? So 10 square root multiplied by square root of 10, x minus 8, then negative 10 multiplied by 5 will give you negative 50, then plus 33. And that's it. So let's open this bracket by using distributive property. So if this multiply this, it will now be x minus 8. Okay? Because you remember when you have square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 2, your answer is 2. Right? So the same thing happens here. So the square root of x minus 8 multiplied by square root of x minus 8 is going to give you x minus 8. Then square root of x minus 8 multiplied by 5 is going to give you plus 5 square root of x minus 8. Then I also use 5 to multiply this, and I get plus 5 square root of x minus 8. Then 5 multiplied by 5 is going to give you plus 25. Then I'll now write this negative 10 square root of x minus 8 minus 50 plus 33. So we've simplified this. So what are we going to do? Let's simplify it further. So you have s minus 8 plus this and this. They have, let's use this as like a variable. So let's say 5x or 5a plus 5a is going to give you 10x minus 8. Then and I have plus 25 minus 10x minus 8, then minus 50 plus 33. Okay, so you can see we have 10. I have 10 here. So this cancels this, right? So what we now have left is x minus 8 plus 25 minus 50 plus 33. So negative 8 plus 25 is going to give you negative 17. Negative 17 is going to give you 17. 17 plus minus 50 is going to give you negative 33. Negative 33 plus 33 is going to give you 0. So this f composite of x equals x. So we've gotten this to be equals of x. So we also need to do the other part, which is the composites. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this. So I will now say the composite of g of x, g of f of x will now be, now instead of to write x, I will write the function of, I will write this function, which is x squared minus 10x plus 33. All right. Then they said minus 8 here. So minus 8, then plus 5. Minus 8 plus 5. So we can simplify this. This will now be square root. I hope you can see this. Okay, square root of x squared minus 10x. Now, 33 minus 8 is going to give you plus 25. Then plus 5. So I think I have to write this here. Let me see if I can get it here. So from here, I now have square root of x squared minus 10x plus 25, then plus 5. Okay, so I can factor this. Okay, I can factor this. I can simplify this using factor. Okay, I can factor this, then plus 5. I have my x and x. So which two number when you multiply, you get positive 25. When you add them, you get negative 10. So of course, negative 5. Negative 5 times negative 5 will give you positive 25. And negative 5 minus 5 will give you negative 10. You have negative 5, negative 5. Okay? So this is the same thing as x minus 5 squared, then plus 5. Right? So this, we cancel the square root. So we now have x minus 5 plus 5. Remember, we are dealing with what? The composite. Let me write it here. G of f of x. So it's going to give us this. And finally, we will now have g of f of x will now be equal. So this 5 will cancel this 5.